This is an All Sports Station production.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, this is the National Football League. We'll see Kyle Allen and the Washington football team taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately 25-yard line at the 23. Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket. But when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it. And he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. They come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Throwing Jones out to the right here to Shepard. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice time play, and sometimes it can break big.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Jones. And his throw is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, Jones. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his 3rd season from Houston. It's Kyle Allen.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off. All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back them up 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be started better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And he's going to get this pretty close to the 1st down marker at the Giants' 33. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Allen to throw it. And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Kyler Fackrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A carry now for McKissick. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Buying time to his left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And it's 3-0 Washington. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So if we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. One play has him up past the 40 and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked at the 45-yard line.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete here.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. We get a glance at the Washington defense as they head back out there. And let's take a peek at some of the defensive effort here that's helped them get this first half lead.
Yeah, I remember in school, we used to have a term for it, break on it. When you see the ball in the air, when you see a receiver make the cut, and you anticipate it, break on the football, get there, make a play. And we've seen a lot of that so far in this game.
Coverage has been excellent. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, Freeman. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's McKissick. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And that'll set him back 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
They completed the screen, but worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And I think the ball's out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Allen now operating from the gun. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that changes things, no doubt. We thought we might be on the verge of our initial score of the game, but after that interception.
The long return.
Yeah, then they had that long return, and now it's the other sideline who might be the first to put the points up. New York ready to go again offensively. And following the turnover, they'll look to take the lead here as they start with a 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw. Jones. His pass caught at the 4. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of 2-step deal, boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Now a dump off here complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run the counter. It's Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Washington on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Freeman. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They will run it. It's McKissick. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
55, my God, 55.
They'll run with McKissick, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. 11 yards there, first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Allen. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the Boars.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example. An
incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going back to you.
To throw again, Allen. He's going to hit his man on the backfield, complete. So Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Allen to throw once more. His pass caught at the 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mine's 54.
They'll throw it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out. And Washington has retaken the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jones now on 1st and 10. He'll drop this one down to Freeman. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game, as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And the catch made by Dontrell Inman. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, it's Gibson, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen over the middle, open is Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle there to make the grab. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now he's flushed out left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chase Young able to drop him for a loss of a couple. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, Jones. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Gano for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now here's Inman bringing in the pass. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Allen. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To the air, Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here's Allen. Flushed out right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Check, 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 check.
They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. We're following the made field goal for 3. Hopkins now to kick it off. Now Dion Lewis to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. Caught right side, Tate. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Washington on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Here's Jones on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Freeman. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 39, 16 yards, a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Freeman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
The Giants on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Montez Sweat drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining.
On first down, Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen.
And he'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Giants on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it. And this is recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 10, 1:14 to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a win for the Washington football team as we say so long from FedEx Field.